And where we at right now? Is someone fucking you good right now? Are you
Oh
getting
my
married?
God. Whoa there. I'm not having, whoa, that's a wild question. Why that way? Why ask it that way? Whoa.
Because that's what you say in the song. You know what I mean? I love that part.
What did I say? When did I say that? I said it in the song?
Yeah. Don't you even remember the song?
I do, but I didn't, oh, I guess I did say that. I did say that. Okay. All right. Let me, okay, you caught me off guard there, but I did say that, but no.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come and touch on a story that's kind of out here. This kind of went viral on Twitter. And then there's also posts and stories out here where Ari Lennox is asking to get dropped from her record company. And some people are saying that this interview had something to do with it. She interviewed with this guy named MacG. Now, I don't know exactly where he's based, but he has a YouTube channel here. And from the YouTube channel that I was scrolling through, he interviews artists. It's called Podcast and Chill. And, I guess he quoted some lyrics of hers, as you can hear in the beginning. But when I went to his YouTube page, I don't hear that in the interview that he has on his page. So maybe he took it out because she was bothered by it. And maybe the record company reached out to him and asked them to do it. But to my understanding, if that is his property, if he wants to run the interview, he can run the interview. And I guess that's why she's mad at her record company and management for setting up the interview in the first place. I really don't know. But this was a big story on Twitter because, as you can see from some of the comments, people in some of the African people felt like, well, why is she saying that in the music if she's upset about someone saying it back to her? And of course, there's a lot of things in play with this conversation, right? Clearly, there's cultural differences. People are talking about professionalism. Professionalism according to who? That's why I said it's definitely a cultural breakdown, and people don't get that. Like, people don't know that people are over here doing things for the bag, that it may not, whatever they're putting out may not necessarily represent them. And, it doesn't come from a genuine place when they're saying these things. And I'm not just talking about Ari Lennox. I'm talking about a lot of these girls. I feel like if guys or any whomever was approaching some of these women the way they act in this music and in these videos, they would know how to handle themselves, right? And so it's a lot. I think people don't understand that people are doing things just for money over here. And at one time, R&B and even hip hop, it had more substance to it. People were talking about real life things, and now people are just saying a lot of stuff, just to say it for shock value, I guess. And it's not shocking because everything there's nothing new under the sun at this point. Um, so yeah, this was a great controversy about why she was upset. A lot of African people wanted to defend him. And I kind of see both sides. I see what they're saying. Like, well, you are saying that in your music, so why would you get upset when someone repeats it? But I see her side as well. We have to be culturally sensitive to each other, and it's probably a good idea to do your research on American music and American artists and realize that and maybe even study some of the interviewing styles here, because we don't talk like that to the artists here. Now, they were bringing up Charlemagne, and I know Charlemagne has been called out for some things. I don't know that he's ever said anything quite that direct. I don't know. I don't watch them like that, but I definitely don't think he's doing it today, but maybe in the earlier days. But Charlemagne has been called out. Yeah, for if anybody African is listening to this, he has been called out. He's been called out, but we don't control the African American community, black community. We don't control the radio station that he works for. There's not a lot we can do about it but to voice our opinions. Certainly these people are not going to stop someone who's trying to disrespect their own, right? So, I mean, we don't have any control over what he is saying, and his right to say it is what I'm saying. But have African American or black people calling him out? Yes, we have, and you can Google that. So yeah, that's not true. Women don't sit and allow Charlemagne to talk to them however he wants to talk to them. That's certainly not true. But so yeah, I see both sides. And when I say, when I'm talking about the music, I'm not necessarily just talking about Ari. I'm talking about all of these girls. I think a lot, like I said, and men, and hip hop, R&B, whatever. A lot of people are saying things and that they don't live and that don't really represent them. And so when people approach them, if people thought that it was okay to approach them that way, it's not, because you don't really know if that person is truly who they're pretending to be in this music. And like I said, I'm not just talking about her because, I didn't even know that she said that in a song. But people, of course, on Twitter, they pulled up the lyrics, and she does say that in the song. So, I guess for him, for them, they feel that it's fair. And I do feel like he was trying to relate to her by using her lyrics. Like, he probably thought, okay, she talks like that, let me see, if I can say whatever to her and how she's going to respond to it, because she's saying it in the song. So I get where they're coming from. But yeah, I guess it opens up a conversation where we can have that dialogue as black people from in different areas of the world, right? We can now have these conversations to have a better understanding of each other and the art, because Afrobeats is growing over here. They may not understand certain things the way we do certain things in interview as well. So I think, just like what I was saying about these Afrobeats awards, right? It kind of goes back to that as well. And so because it was based here in the United States, the award ceremony that someone was trying to set up here. And, I'm not going to go back over that, but you can see that there was cultural differences because they didn't understand why the guy was getting the award in the first place. And for us to have these conversations with each other. But like I said, I see both sides. You guys can let me know how you feel about it in the comments. Now, allegedly, she is trying to leave her label, maybe over more than just this, but you guys can let me know what you think about that as well. And I will see you in the next video.